Hi everyone, it's Tri-lingual Babies with Mama Jennifer again. Today I'm at Bugis Plus to have lunch with one of my friends. Let's go and meet her. Hi Rina. Hi. Let's talk to Rina. How did we get to meet?
We met in class when we were doing our CELTA course together. So that was when in November, December?
Yeah, so it's been exactly a year since we first met.
Yes.
And how many languages can you speak, Rina?
I can speak two, so there's English and there's Malay, but although my Malay isn't so wonderful, but I can still converse.
At least you can converse some in Malay, right?
Yes.
And how do you say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening in Malay?
So it's like Selamat Pagi, Selamat Petang, Selamat Malam. Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's slightly different to Indonesian bahasa.
Actually, it's the same, I guess, but I think Indonesians, they have their own kind of like dialect. So sometimes they say Selamat Sore,
Selamat siang.
Siang, yeah, that kind of thing. So I think generally they speak the same Malay kind of language, but they have their own kind of dialect.
And being a bilingual person, what is a perk about it?
Well, like for example, like I had a stint teaching Indonesian lecturer, actually business English.
Yeah.
So it kind of helped, kind of like relate to him and his needs and stuff like that. So I mean, wherever he had difficulty in expressing himself, he would speak to me in Indonesian or in Malay. Yeah.
So when he speaks to you in Indonesian, you can understand, right?
Yeah. So
even
I
though
can
you
understand.
speak Malay.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's very similar, so I can get a gist of what he's saying, and then after that I can teach him accordingly, where he needs to be taught and stuff like that. So yeah, I could help him better.
Knowing Malay, does it help you in order to travel around the region, like in Indonesia or in Malaysia?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I as a family, we love to go on road trips, especially to Malaysia.
Yeah.
I also love traveling, so I've been to Indonesia, like Batam and Indonesia itself. So knowing the language is actually very helpful, especially when you want to get discounts.
Discount, always important for moms.
Yes. Yeah, because it's better for you to speak their lingo, so that you can relate more to the locals, and they accept you more, and then you learn more about their culture as well. So it's really very helpful and very enlightening if you know the language.
And when you speak Malay to them, do you try to speak in like an Indonesian language as well, or just stick with Malay?
I try a little bit to speak their lingo, so so that I can relate more, they can relate more to me, so they can understand me better.
Okay.
It's always helpful.
And lastly, what do you want to tell all the parents out there who are bilingual? Should they pass on the language to their kids, or what's the value in it that you can see?
I mean, definitely. You see, I come from a very mixed background. Like my dad is Pakistani and Eurasian mix, so he knew a lot of languages. He knew how to speak Hindi, Urdu, Portuguese, a little bit of Dutch. He knows how to speak. He knew how to speak Punjabi. He knew how to speak a bit of Hokkien also.
Seriously.
So, but he never passed it on to us. So that's one thing. As a bilingual, or I don't know how many, he knew a lot of languages. So he should have passed it on to his kids. So to pass on that kind of legacy. Like for me, my race, I'm supposed to be Pakistani, but I don't know how to speak Hindi. So
So it's some kind of regrets that you have.
Yeah, so if you're a bilingual parent, it's always good to pass that on to your children. So in other words, you kind of like pass on your culture, your tradition as well, because that goes along with language.
Yeah.
So I feel that's really very important, because they go hand in hand. It's
Yeah,
part of
that's
who
true.
you are as a person, culturally, background, your ethnicity and stuff like that. So it carries on to your kids as well. So language is really very important.
Yeah, I can share the same thing. My parents, they speak Chaozhou dialect or the Jeju dialect, but they never actually passed it on to me, so I sort of lost it, even though I still, take my pride of being a Jeju person. So this is one of the regrets that I have in my life.
Yeah.
So definitely, I totally agree with you that if you're bilingual or multilingual, best to pass on to your children because it's
Definitely.
part of who they are, right?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for sharing with me about your language experience and very nice to see you again. Hopefully this will help inspiring a lot of parents out there. You can do it, guys. Bye for now.
Bye.